What's going on? This is your boy, Wendell Fields, talking to you. Oh, I like saying that name, you all. Woo, God dog, let me say it one more time. Wendell Fields, talking to you. Oh, yeah, I like saying that name. Why? Because that name gets me every time, you all. I can't lie. Boy, at one point, you all, I just hate hearing my name called. Why? Because I associated it with always getting in trouble. But yet one day, Philandra Dungeon saw me, and she said these words, Wendell Fields, how you doing, boy? And it changed my whole life on positivity. And that's what I want to give you today. You know, this is Minority Mental Health Month in the month of July. And you know, yeah, I'm a minority, unfortunately. You know, I'm an African American male that got so much issues, so many problems with being in this country called America. You know, dealing with racism. I have to deal with people being prejudiced. I got to deal with people who just are mean and just think that because they're of a different race or culture that they have the up and up on someone else like myself, and they don't understand. Sorry, they're a human being just like me. You might have some other things about you, but you still a human being just like me. And in that, I wanted to make a video just talking about the to tell you the truth, you all, I messed up. Yes, Wendell Fields messes up sometimes, all the time. I don't know, just I messed up, you all. And I want to share with you this experience of messing up because what it taught me. You know, I pride myself in, hey, taking medications as prescribed, doing those things that are healthy for my mind, my body, my soul, and yet I fell into a moment of a downward spiral in my depression. Yeah, I was going good, but yet some things started to occur that I learned from. And one of those things were when certain events go on or certain situations occur, it causes me to go into this foundation that I've built on a failure, looking bad, making my parents be ashamed, or just you're a failure. And with that foundation underneath me, it just, man, it barotted my mind because these are the situations that was going on. Here it is, I had an unexpected bill to come up, and it turned off my power in my home. And I had to use funds that I was saving for another occasion to get the power back on, you all. And in that, it messed up so much of what I was planning to do. I was planning on going out of town, visiting a friend. I had already purchased plane tickets, the whole shebang. And in this, it went into that fund to where I wasn't going to be able to be with that person at that time. And I mean, I had been planning this. I took off work, the whole shebang, you all. And those are one of the situations that made me say in my mind, if I don't follow through, I'll be a failure to them and I'll be a failure to myself. All right, so had that money issue, had that issue of, hey, my friend is going to look at me as another failure. What else was going on? You know, I got this new job, and you know, I was feeling uncomfortable in it because I wasn't feeling and thinking that I was doing the best I could. But in this case I was, but I just didn't feel that way. And you all, it was a hard thing to deal with, that situation. Like I wasn't giving my best, my all, or that I wasn't good enough came to my head. Also, what was going on was that, my parents died within 6 months of each other. One from natural causes, the other one because of COVID issues related to it. And the holidays came up where we had to celebrate it, and you all, it got me. My place where I live, it was a mess. And, you know, they had to come in and they were like, look, dude, you're going to be evicted. You need to get your stuff right. And you all these circumstances, all because of the holidays, because of what I had planned to do wasn't coming into fruition. And man, all these thoughts started coming. And with all of that, I stopped taking my medication. Yes, I stopped taking my medication. Here it is, you all. For me, medication helps me in the way of that my brain is either making too less of a chemical or too much of a chemical, and it just piles in on me. So the feelings, the thoughts, they come more intensely. And the feelings that I experience and the thoughts, like you're a failure, you're not a good person, you are a lie, you are an imposter to other people, you can't handle your own business, you're irresponsible, your parents would be ashamed of you, you are fake. I mean, all these things started coming up, and all I would do was go to work and come back home and get into bed. You all, it was a terrible experience for the month of May and June, because that's when we celebrate parents' days, And although I went to the gym, you all, and hey, I've been going to the gym religiously. Y'all, it was a chore. My depression gets into where this intense feelings of sadness, and it messes up my functionality. I don't think as well. I don't do as well. And those thoughts and those feelings dominated those months. And so I stopped taking the meds, my serotonin levels went down, and those are the things that help me with my mood and with depression, the antidepressant medications. And I stopped taking them. And so it just intensified all of the thoughts and the feelings, and they just kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And you all, it was destroying my life. So, what did Wendell Fields do? He did something that he never had done before. He went and volunteered. Although all these things were going on about me and around me, I decided to take a break from it all and go and volunteer. And I tell you where I volunteered at. I volunteered at the ADACBGA, Alcohol and Drug Abuse Certification Board of Georgia. I went to their conference and I signed up for just one day. But on that one day, you all, I served like nobody's business. I mean, if you needed a room, if you wanted to know where your room was for this conference, I was the person that was going to show you. I was going to walk all the way down before you even got there to make sure that it was the right room for you at that right time. I mean, if you needed help carrying things, if you needed help with just the simplest of things, I was making it happen because I wanted to give it my best and my all in volunteering. And so in that, you all, I was doing that thing. it ended up that Miss Davis, she's my witness. She said you are a #1 volunteer. Can you come back tomorrow and for the rest of the conference? And guess what? It's on us. Man, that got me. So that was that Monday. That Tuesday, I ended up going to Dr. Sherman, sorry, Diane Sherman's class on exper- experiential facilitation of groups, and we did a thing called paint your masterpiece. Oh my goodness! So we could only take one color of a marker, and we had this big old sheet of paper now, and in that we were to draw a picture that was very instrumental in it being a quiet place, a safe place. And what I drew was, of all things, I drew a meadow with high grass. And y'all remember Gladiator and how he was walking in that trail and he was running his hand across that field? That's my happy place. And so I got up there and I put that thing on a piece of paper, and it was a simple drawing, and it was magnificent. All I did was put a road, put some flowers on the side, and put a sun. I was good. That was my happy place. That was the simplest thing in one color, okay? And my color was blue. And so all of a sudden they said, all right, switch. And 8 people came to my drawing and they added their color and their interpretation of what I was trying to do. By the end of that exercise, I came back and I looked, and people had added. I mean, it was no longer just an open field. It was a place where children were singing, skateboarders was on there, music was there, a house was there, a church was there. The sun was it was colored in, and it had expression and everything, and everybody added to that picture. And in that, it taught me, oh, and the last thing about it was that after we came back to our picture, we had to take another person's color and we had to add to our own painting or drawing in a different color. Once we finished with that, it taught me something, and that was, ladies and gentlemen, you have something to offer other people. Your color, your style, your expression is needed. And that got me out of my funk. I started taking my medication again.
Okay, as we prepare to come
And
back,
as we look at this,
left.
I just want you to know
to do anything?
that thing worked. I'm doing a training right now about how to help people when they lose a loved one to suicide. And so I'm going to be going back to that in a few minutes. But you all, with all of that happening, I started taking my meds. I got grace with my apartment owners. Things got better. I got clarity on my job and stuff. And so I'm just like, you all, I want you to know life can get better. And I started working out more, and my mind is better, it's clear, and I'm doing much better. So with this minority mental health month, please, you all, don't let embarrassment, don't know what to do, doesn't really have an impact on me, guilt, the stigma, the anger, it's too much responsibility, I'm not sure what to do, I'm a man and I can't show weakness or fear, failure, I'm being judged by others, shame, cultural taboo, letting people down. Don't let that stop you from getting the help that you deserve, that you need, and that is available to you. I encourage you, don't let those words that I just said jack you up or mess you up. please get the help that you need. Hey, start off with your mental health center. Find out where it is. Or call, hey, the crisis hotline. They're there for you at 1-800-715-4225, and they will connect you with resources that can help you. It's a start. All you got to do is just ask. But that's up to you. I'm doing much better now. And I want you to do much better too. Hey, don't cave in, don't quit, don't give up. It really does get better, but you got to work that thing like never before. All right? This is Wendell Fields. I like saying that name, you all, because it really does do something to me every time I say it. So holla, holla. Keep on keeping on. And hey, write me up at Wendell_Fields yahoo.com. Love to hear from you. Hey, holla, holla. Hey, check out my book too. Hey, co-author of There's No Health Like Without Mental Health. Men and Mental Health. Look it up on Amazon.com. It is a bestseller, you all. So hey, love you, love you. Holla, holla. Bye-bye.